Let us begin in child's pose. Yeah. And you can take your knees wide, big toes together to touch. Walk your hands toward the top of your mat and let the forehead just melt down. If your forehead doesn't quite reach the floor, you can either stack your hands or place a blanket or a block there. And just begin to tune into your breath here. Let it become, nice and easy, pretty steady. Nothing too, intense here. We're in the invitation of allowing rather than pushing. Maybe you can allow that exhale to make your body a little heavier. Allow the inhale to brighten the space in your chest. Allow them to seamlessly flow between the two. No holding the breath, just being with the breath. Starting this week, feels like spring has finally sprung. At least the pollen around my house says so. And maybe there is a sense deeply within you, a sense of something else beginning to emerge. Maybe a part of you that is ready to come forth, or maybe a project, an idea that you have ready to bring into this plane of existence. What is on your horizon? Take about 3 or so more breaths here. Steady in, easy out. Begin gently to sway side to side. Maybe this is really big, using your hips and your shoulders. Maybe it's just a really subtle, gentle rock. Notice how it feels to be a body in motion, in tune with its breath. And begin to slide your fingertips out further away from your hips. And as you take your next inhale, begin to lift the shoulders up and over the wrists, walk the knees in, and begin to let the hips rock side to side. Good. Begin moving into your cat and cow. So first lining up your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone. Open your eyes and look up. Exhale to tuck and round, chin to chest. Inhale, broadening your chest, dropping through the belly. And exhale to round and curl. Continue moving here with your own breath. A body in motion, breath as your guide. Invite any organic movement along. And go ahead and tuck your toes under. Really, really cinch them underneath you so you can feel the stretch along the soles of your feet. Walk your hands toward the top of the mat and lower your forehead down. If you have a lot of space here, you might bring the chin and melt the heart a little bit closer to the earth. Keep the hips high over your knees. Steady breath. As you press into the palms, really grip the mat with your fingertips so that you can lift the shoulders up. Use your low belly drawing in to tuck the tailbone, lower the hips and the belly, coming into Sphinx pose. So elbows underneath your shoulders. Spread the palms, feel your wrists pressing into the mat and your fingertips gripping as you can sort of guide your heart between the upper arms. And then with all of that, feel the upper back begin to constrict. Shoulder blades might start gliding down the back toward each other. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Breathe in steady. Breathe out. Good. Elbows wide, lower everything to the mat. And make a little pillow with your hands and begin to shimmy into the hips, just rocking side to side. Good. Hands underneath your shoulders. Begin to create less space between your elbows and your upper ribs. So really squeeze the elbows into the ribs, tuck the toes under. And then press the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Knees stay close to each other. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Toes stay tucked, press the palms into the mat. And begin to make your way into downward facing dog. Take any movement that feels good here. Maybe the feet stay about hip distance apart, bending into the knees, get the tailbone up a little higher, press into the palms. Slightly tuck the chin toward the chest, let the heels get heavy. Big exhale. Good, up onto your toes here, round into the upper back. Really press into the palms, chin to chest. And exhale, bend the knees, send the tailbone up and back, long and spine. Take a couple more times, just like that. Inhale, hand to the toes, round into the upper back. And exhale, bend the knees, tip the hips up and back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale onto the toes, begin to tiptoe your way all the way up. Ragdoll when you get there, grab hold of opposite elbows, sway side to side. Let the head become really heavy. How loose can you make your neck? How long can you let the spine hang out here? Nice, release your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, long spine, flatten your back. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, soften the knees and fold in. Twice more with your breath. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, fold. Big inhale. And exhale, nice. Then deeply into the knees and sweep the hands forward as you come all the way up to stand. And exhale, the hands to the heart. Pressing your thumbs into your heart, feel your heartbeat. Maybe as you close your eyes, you find that your mind's eye focuses a little more steadily on your horizon, that project or idea or version of you that is ready to spring forth. Maybe the breath is beginning to contain a little more structure, a little more heat with a constriction in the back of your throat, your Ujjayi breath. If not, just let it be easy, let it be calm. Let the shoulders relax, and then release the arms down by your sides. Open your eyes, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, both feet step back, plank pose. Nice and strong here. You can always lower the knees, especially if you're working on refining that integration of the upper body strength. And as you lower, elbows graze the side of your ribs, everything lands, untuck the toes. Float the chest, float the hands, press the tops of the feet in. And exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, right leg sweeps up high to the sky. And again, just like we did last week, let's focus on keeping our eyes on the toes. So press into the hands. Maybe you find a little bit more space in the upper back. Chin to chest. Keep the hips where they are. And as you exhale, just round the right knee in. So shoulders stay where they are, hips stay where they are. Knee comes to the chest. And then from here, that right foot is hyperflexed. Keep the toes aiming down as you press away, nice and long. Isolating here in your hamstring and your right glute. Exhale, round the right knee in. And inhale, press away. One more time, round it in. Long in the spine. Inhale, press away. Good, and then lower the right foot down. Breathe in here, roll forward, plank pose. Lowering yourself all the way. Untuck the toes, float the chest, float the hands. Big breath. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Taking it over onto the left here. Press evenly into both hands, slowly sweep the left heel high. Keeping an eye on the toes. Good, you find that integrity with your alignment, and then everything stays exactly the same except the left leg. Round the left knee in. Exhale.
Inhale, press it away. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, press it away. Once more. And press it away. Lowering the toes, rounding forward, plank pose. Lowering all the way. Opening the chest, floating the hands. Lowering down and making your way to downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to the heels. Heel toe the feet out wide, coming into Malasana. Just getting into the hips. Heels in, toes out. You might even step a little wider than you normally take your Malasana, and then come up a little bit so your elbows can rest on your thighs or your knees. Palms opening up. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Broaden your chest, get longer through the spine. And then slowly sweep the hands out. So you're feeling this integration of the upper arm bones rotating in the sockets. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down, turn the toes forward and lift the hips, folding in. Nod the head yes, shake it no. Heel toe the feet a little closer together so that they are about hip distance apart. Right hand comes up onto your fingertips. Sweep the left arm up as you bend into the right knee. Look up toward the left hand. Sweep the left arm forward here. So really concentrating on that left shoulder socket. And then take it down. Picking it up on the right. Bend into your left knee. Open the right arm up. And as you turn the palm forward, sweep the fingertips forward. And then round it down. One more to both sides. Just take it at your own pace. Notice what you notice along the way. And when you come down to center here, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees, walk it out, plank pose. And this time, option to take chaturanga, squeezing at your legs and your glutes. Melt the heart forward. Come to the tops of your feet as you inhale, open through the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high onto your toes. Bend the knees greatly. And step one foot and then the other to the top of your mat. Folding there. Rooting down through your heels, bend into your knees, rise up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. And release, arms down. Notice here the breath quickening, maybe the heat rising. Use that force, use that fire. The fire of emergence, the fire of something starting, igniting. Let it be stoked by your breath. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Coming into a high runner's lunge. So fingertips stay pressing into the floor, but tent your hands up. So you don't want your palms down here. You want to be up on your fingertips. And then keep your fingertips where they are. As you breathe in, broaden the chest, look forward. And as you breathe out, rock the right toes up, straighten your right leg. Round the nose in toward the shin. Inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, press it back. Moving through space, breathe in. And exhale, ease it on back. Inhale forward. Walk the hands over now to the left. We're coming into side lunge. Right knee stays bent. Left hand stays down. Sweep the right arm up and over here. So a little side bend. Nice. Breathing in. Breathing out to sweep the right arm down. We're gonna walk to the back of the mat. Keep the hips nice and low. And frame the left foot with your hands. Good. And now we take it here. So fingertips stay planted and rooted. Inhale to look forward, broaden the front of your chest. And exhale, bow, roll the left toes up as you straighten the left leg. Inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Coming forward, we're now coming to side lunge here on the left. Good, right hand stays down. Left arm sweeps up and over, nice side bend. Nice. Exhale, big sweep down. Walking back through center, we'll find a nice wide-legged fold here. Feet parallel. You might even shorten the stance here. Hands underneath your shoulders, maybe they're on blocks. Squeeze the legs, and then let the hips shift side to side. So you're gonna start to lean the hips over, finding an inner left thigh stretch. I guess that would be more easily said, inner stretch on your left thigh. And then you'll rock the hips over the other way, finding the inner stretch on the right thigh. And just gently rock it side to side. Good. Sweeping around to frame the right foot. Left hand stays down, right arm opens up into a revolved side angle. You can always drop the left knee here for a little bit more grounding. Keep trying to peel that right shoulder away from the chest, and you can even explore that sensation by taking the right hand to the shoulder and gently opening it with your own self-assist. Wherever you are, one more breath. And exhale, both hands down. Rising up, hands to the sky, high crescent lunge. Exhale, arrow as you sweep the fingertips forward, down and back, broaden the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Last one to sweep it down. And as we come up, we're windmilling open to warrior two. Right knee is bent. Gazing past those right fingertips. Big inhale here. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, deepen in. Make sure you can look down and still see your right big toe. If you can't see your big toe, then that means you might want to open the knee out toward the pinky side edge of the foot more. Flip the front palm, straighten the front leg, reverse, triangle. And maybe sweep it up and over, finding triangle pose.
Good, steady breath. Can you get your waist a little longer? Oh, yes, long in the spine, long in the neck. And here we're gonna round it all the way down. Left arm sweeps forward. And we're gonna bend into the left knee. So take it to that side lunge. Good. Hands now frame the front here, underneath your shoulders. And you're gonna step up on your left leg here. Right foot is gonna hover next to the left foot. Hands might be helped here on a block. We'll take a little journey with our glute medius here. So try to keep the foot in line with your left foot as you sweep that right leg out to the side. And exhale to lower. Take it 3 times total. Nice. And we'll step that right leg out. And now frame the left foot. Option to lower that right knee as your right hand plants and left arm sweeps up to the sky, finding your revolved side angle over here. Again, that option of the self-assist, using your left hand at your left shoulder and gently guiding it open as you lengthen through the waist. Draw the low belly in. Steady breath. Good, left arm sweeps on up. And exhale, rounds it down. Both hands rise up, high crescent lunge. And gently taking your arrow sweep, exhale, fingertips forward, down and back. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale. Last time here, opening into our warrior 2. And again, settle in. Any adjustments with your feet that feel good, take that. Exhale, settle in just a little deeper. Flip the front palm, reverse, straightening your front leg. And exhale, sweep it up and over, triangle pose. Keep trying to get longer through your whole spine, from the tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head. Support that lift by squeezing your legs, digging your feet deeper into the soil. And then round it down. Right arm sweeps down. We're now bending into the right knee for that Skandasana. Good. Plant the hands. And here we're going to step up on your right leg, slow and steady, hovering the left foot next to the right. Both legs are strong, active. The left toes are flexed back toward the shin. And then those 3 gentle, slow lifts. Doesn't matter how high it goes. What matters is that you are observing, collecting information, and breathing. Good, nice. And we'll step it out. Frame the front foot. Step back, plank pose, and flow through. Big breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go.
Inhale high onto the toes, rolling forward, high plank. And exhale, tip the hips up and back, bending the knees, downward facing dog. Take a couple of waves like that. Move in a way that feels good to you. Good, and then begin to tiptoe your feet to the top of your mat. Flat back on your inhale. Exhale to fold. Rise all the way up, hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Keep the hands together in front of your heart as you begin to sit down into a chair pose. Feel the entire back body working here. Imagine that you can shorten the back of your body by just using the muscles of your back body. Broadening the chest. And so that doesn't mean stick your booty out. It means use the muscles to compress a little more, supporting the low belly. And we'll take a twist, right elbow down to the left knee. And if coming into that is a little too deep of a twist for any reason, modify by bringing the outside of the right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind your sacrum. Shift your gaze toward the side. Drop the hips a little deeper. Good. Shifting your gaze down. Left knee, or excuse me, left heel to your left glute. Yes, now come up to stand, keeping your twist. Shift your gaze forward. Arms come forward and up. And sweep it into warrior three. Making sure your left toes are aiming down. Leveling your hips. Even if it feels like you gotta do a little ski work to get there. And now drop your left toes, rise up, high crescent lunge. And as you bow forward, straighten your front leg, find that sort of pyramid variation we did earlier. Inhale, lowering the left knee all the way down. Left hand stays planted, right arm sweeps up, bending into your left knee. Maybe you reach for the toes, maybe you can hold on to them, maybe not. You're still strengthening here. One more breath, let it be easy. And unwind. Both hands to the inside of your right foot, heel to the right foot away. Onto your elbows here. Option to keep the back knee down or lift it up, no worries. However you like to take your nice deep lizard stretch here. Nice. Good variations. Beautiful. And begin to release. Coming up onto your hands, heel toeing that right foot into center. Open up warrior two. Inhale to reverse, straighten your front leg. And exhale, extended side angle. So re-bending that right knee. Left elbow either on top of or inside of that left knee, right knee. Option to take a bind or a half bind here if you have a strap, or if you can go for it without one. Begin to release your bind, left arm up high. Big sweep up, big star pose, heels in, toes out. And exhale, bend into both knees, drop the hips low, goddess. Slow, big inhale, rise up. And exhale, settle in. Option to stay here or keep this sort of momentum going with the breath. Good, last couple rounds here. And we'll cartwheel it down. Taking a flow, skipping it, what feels right to you, what will aid your becoming in this moment. Inhale high onto your toes, bend your knees, and step or hop to the top of your mat. Big breath, flat back. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Big inhale. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Taking the twist. And the opposite side, left elbow or hand is down. Maybe that right hand comes to the back of your sacrum. Drop the hips a little lower. Make sure your knees are in line. Big breath in. Shift your weight into your left foot as you step up. Pick up your right knee. And turn around, arms up. Exhale, warrior three. Slow and steady, keeping those hips nice and level. Good, drop those right toes. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, straighten your left leg, fingertips down. Roll the left toes up. Inhale, coming forward. Bringing that right knee all the way down. Right hand plants, left arm opens up, and we take that little quad stretch, bending into that right knee. Maybe you grab the toes, maybe not. Either way, we're working on the length and the strength, allowing both to happen at once, allowing grace. Don't force it, just let it be, and then let your breath release. Both hands to the inside of your left leg, finding your lizard lunge here. Maybe coming onto your elbows, maybe lifting the back knee. Letting the mind focus only on the breath, the sound, the spaciousness. All sensations secondary. And then we'll begin to rise up, come onto your hands. Heel toe that left foot in. And rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. And exhale, extended side angle with your option to bind. Or create even more space here. Nice. Yeah, spin the chest up and open. Again, you can take that little self-assist with your hand to your shoulder if that felt nice. Good. And here we are, big sweep up, heels in, toes out. Exhale, goddess. And again, you can keep this momentum going, just allowing it to move through you. You can also pause in your star, in the reach, in the space, or in the depths of your goddess. You choose, and be there for just a few rounds of breath. Take what you need here in this space. Your practice, your rules. Good, last 3 rounds of breath. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, cartwheeling down. Taking your vinyasa between. Bring the knees to the earth. Take the hips to the heels. And then slide the heart forward, finding that puppy pose again. Maybe you feel a little bit more space. Maybe it's just the same. Maybe you can find a steady, soft gaze here. Good, one more breath. Press into the palms, tuck the toes, and use that to lift the low belly into the spine. Tuck the tailbone and lower the hips for Sphinx pose. Pressing into the tops of your feet, your forearms, your wrists. And gently lower down. Sweep the hands back alongside your body. And begin to bring the palms to the floor and try to get your pinkies to touch underneath your hips. Chin is on the mat. Bring your toes and your heels together to touch. Slightly tuck the tailbone and start to reach the feet away from you as you lift the legs. Keep squeezing the heels toward each other, pressing your chin into the mat. Maybe you can lift all the way up to your thighs, maybe not. Keep thinking about reaching the toes away from you more than anything. Don't hold your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. And let the arms free from underneath, a little windshield wiper of the legs. Second round. You can keep the arms free, just alongside your body. Again, draw the heels toward each other and really glue your arms into the side of your body. So if I were to pour some water over top of you, no water would get between your arms and your waist. And then this time, as you lift and reach the toes away from you, squeezing your heels, you'll float the chest as well. And again, keep those arms glued to the side of your body. Breathe steady. Exhale, lower down. A little shimmy shake of the hips or swipe of the feet, windshield wipers. And here, last little belly down back bend. You can repeat either one of those, or bend into your knees, reach for the top of your feet with your hands. Coming into your upward bow, kick into the feet, float the chest, float the legs, keep drawing the knees toward each other. Maybe roll forward onto the soft part of your belly. Get lots of space along the back of your neck. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Bring one ear to the mat. Take a big, big belly breath here. Allow yourself to rest here for just a moment. And bring your chin to the mat, hands underneath your shoulders, tuck the toes, and press the hips back to the heels for child's pose. Knees together for this one. Forehead to the mat, feel how long and spacious the back body feels. Good, inhale, lift up to table. Sweep the feet around and come onto your bum. Coming forward, sit up nice and tall, and you're getting ready for Dandasana. So palms are going to come down to the sides of your body. Feel the palms go flat, feel the legs engage so that the heels lift up on the floor, off of the floor. And once you feel your palms really planted in and your legs really engaged, then try to puff the chest up in between by keeping the palms down. Slightly tuck the chin, lift up through the crown of the head, keep pressing the palms down, puffing through the chest, pressing out through the heels. A lot of work happening. One more inhale. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Think about deepening the creases of the front of your hips. So think about using your hands wherever they are on the mat alongside your legs. Press the palms into the mat so that you can try to rock the hips back. Press the hips back and press the heart forward. Good, one more inhale. And exhale, slowly rise up. Hug the right knee into your chest and let that knee fall out to the side. So the right foot is along the inside of your left thigh. We'll take a twist. Left arm, left hand to the right knee, right hand becomes your kickstand. Sit up nice and tall. Don't worry, don't try to lean back into it, but rather maybe use your fingertips to lift up a little taller. Navel to spine as you inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen. Good. And before you release, just take that right hand behind you a few more inches, maybe 6 inches or so, and then press that right knee into the mat. Lift the hips up as you sweep the left arm high. Good, big rainbow stretch up and over. And frame the left leg as you fold forward. Good, inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, release. As you hug that right knee in, hug your left knee in, a little seated child's pose here. Wrap your arms around your shins. Tuck your nose toward your knees. Good, inhale to lift. And we'll send the right leg out long. Open the left knee. Hello. Welcome to the yoga practice. We'll take a twist here. Right hand Now to your left knee, left hand becomes your kickstand. Nice and tall. You taking this time to pet your furry friends if they're near. One more breath, lengthen, deepen. And then we'll slide that left hand out behind you a few more inches. Left knee presses into the mat. Reach and sweep, lift the hips. Get a big rainbow stretch back to lower the hips. Square the chest to the front of the mat and fold toward those right toes. Good, inhale halfway. And exhale to release. Boat pose. Lifting through the toes, broadening the front body. Take one hand to your heart and one hand to the low back, and see if you can use that, that like touch, physical touch, to lift and lengthen in both spaces. Maybe the toes rise, maybe you sweep the hands forward. Good. Turn the palms toward the toes and press as you lower. Halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, last one up. And cross over the ankles. Last little vinyasa here. Flow it all the way through. Step or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Feet are together. Sweep the hands forward. Really slow, controlled lower, hips to the ground. And we're going to come all the way down to the back. Knees to chest. Maybe a little sway side to side. Open the soles of your feet to the sky for happy baby. Reach for the outsides of your calves, your ankles, your feet. And just let the inner thighs just graze the outside of your belly and your ribs. Shoulders, head, and spine, all heavy. Hips are grounded. Breath is light. And from here, moving toward your final postures, your final stretches of your practice. Maybe you hug the legs to straighten and together. Maybe you take plow pose, or even a gentle, easy waterfall, just letting the feet reach up toward the sky. You might place your hips on a block here if you want just a little bit more of a milder inversion. And then once you have found all of your final little postures or movements, I'm going to offer legs up the wall here for the first part of Shavasana. And we're gonna do a few stretches with that legs up the wall. So not totally passive. You can also just do these stretches right on your mat if you don't want to get to a wall. So once you find where you want to be, and if you have your legs up the wall, you'll let them stay up the wall, and you're going to take your left foot and place your left foot just on the wall as you bend into the knee. And then you're going to cross that left leg over the right knee. And if you're on the ground, you'll just place that right foot on the ground. Obviously, if you are using the wall, it's going to provide some natural resistance for you. And if you're on your mat still, you might thread the hands behind your right thigh for a figure four stretch. And whichever posture you choose, try to take about 5 easy rounds of breath there. Just slow and steady. Letting the hips get really heavy and feeling the sensation just gently sort of subside with each breath. Yeah, and if you have your right leg up the wall and you find yourself wanting even more sensation, you can just kind of begin to bend a little bit into your right knee, and you'll find the place that gives you the right amount of intensity that feels good to you. Keep your left foot nice and flexed though. Flexing into that foot is going to help protect the knee a little bit more just by strengthening the muscles around the attachments. Last breath, and then you'll begin to release. Taking the other side, maybe even letting your knees do a little windshield wiper. Yeah, between sides. Just setting it up. And on your other side. Right leg crosses over the left knee. Finding your level of intensity. Slow, big inhales. Easy, soft exhales. Nice. Last few rounds of breath here. And as you start to release, if you have your legs up the wall, you might enjoy a nice little straddle. If you're on your back on your mat, you might just take happy baby again. Good, and then we'll just maybe stay here. Maybe this is where your Shavasana and rest begins. We have plenty of time. I'll let you know the
mark of moving into your traditional Savasana if you'd like to move into that when the time comes. And I'll also let you know when it is time for our seated meditation. And again, it's really all your choice. If you want to stay in the shape you're in from now until sundown, it looks like. The choice is yours. This time is all yours. Staying in touch with the breath. Perhaps revisiting those ideas, those new beginnings, those new versions of you waiting to unfold. Maybe consider here, like what could be holding you back? What could be holding your next chapter from opening? And if it's something that you have control over, I hesitate to say control, something that you have the power to adjust or change in any way. And let yourself get really clear on that. Perhaps what it could be that you need to aid you in that becoming, in that opening, in that blooming. Feel the parts of you softening here, bit by bit. If you like to stay in your legs up the wall, please feel free. I invite you to stay. If you'd like to find your traditional corpse pose, laying long on your mat, and you'll just start to ease yourself, ease your body into that shape, taking up space. And then allow the breath to take you a little deeper, deeper into the layers of what makes you you in all of your becoming. Past versions of you, experiences, sometimes painful, sometimes joyous, all of which lead us to here and now. Resetting your sights on what is ready to open up. Begin to arise, deepening the breath. And calmly and gently, sweetly invite yourself to move a little, curl onto your favorite side, and lift up into a nice, easy seat. Letting the eyes drift close or finding a steady gaze on the floor in front of you. Letting yourself just be, allowing in this state of ease. Perhaps you can see a little more clearly what will it take to get you in that seat of project or the idea or the version of you that is waiting to unfold. Let the breath remain easy and calm, softening as you inflate the belly. Emptying out again and again, filling up, emptying out. And to deepen the breath. Open mouth, big exhale. Draw yourself back into this space as you collect the palms together in front of your heart. Bow your chin to your chest, honoring the light deep within you. That same light is in me and every other living thing. May it continue to bless and multiply all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive so that we can continue serving that freedom and happiness for all beings everywhere. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and your light, your wisdom with me. Until next time, namaste.